The secret garden. Nina's footsteps echoed as she crossed the threshold of the forgotten garden, its ancient gates creaking beneath a veil of ivy. Her mission was clear: restore this magical space to its former glory, but something stirred within her as she gazed at the overgrown flora. With her blueprint in hand, she ventured deeper into the garden, marveling at the peculiar way the plants seemed to grow in patterns beyond human design. Days passed, and she discovered that no ordinary tools could tame the wild, enchanted greenery that surrounded her worksite. A mysterious figure appeared one afternoon, observing her struggle in silence, before finally introducing himself as Tom, a botanist with an otherworldly presence. His knowledge of the garden was uncanny, as if he could hear its whispers, and Nina found herself intrigued by his quiet, intense nature. Tom offered to help, claiming the garden had been abandoned for centuries due to its unpredictable magic, but it still pulsed with life. As Nina worked alongside Tom, the connection between them grew, their shared passion for the garden forming an unspoken bond. Yet, a new face entered Nina's world in the form of Leo, her neighbor, whose warmth and kindness immediately put her at ease. Leo was always there to bring her coffee, ask about her progress, and offer encouragement on days when the task felt insurmountable. His presence was grounding, like a sunny day after a storm, and Nina found herself torn between the two very different men. One evening, while sitting under the ancient oak tree, Nina noticed how Tom's eyes seemed to glow in the moonlight, reflecting the garden's magic. He spoke of the garden's history, its connection to old rites and rituals, and how only those with true intent could unlock its full potential. Leo, on the other hand, kept her rooted in the present, helping her laugh through the stress, his charm as soothing as the morning breeze. Nina's thoughts began to swirl with confusion, her heart tugged in two directions, toward the mystical pull of Tom and the comforting support of Leo. As the days grew longer, the garden itself seemed to respond to Nina's touch, blooming in ways it hadn't for generations. Tom noticed the change, telling her the garden was choosing her, sensing her dedication and understanding of its unique needs. Leo, though unaware of the garden's secrets, admired Nina's talent and determination, always reassuring her that she was doing a brilliant job. One evening, after a long day of work, Leo invited Nina to dinner at his home, a cozy space filled with light and laughter. Over dinner, Leo shared his own dreams of starting a family, settling down, and building something meaningful in their peaceful neighborhood. Nina smiled, her heart warmed by Leo's sincerity, but an unease lingered in the back of her mind, pulling her thoughts back to the garden. She couldn't shake the feeling that the garden held more for her than just a restoration project. It felt like destiny. One morning, as she trimmed the hedges, Nina caught sight of Tom in the distance, his hands caressing the plants as though he were part of them. He called her over, showing her how the vines moved at his touch, revealing the garden's true nature, a living entity connected to his very soul. Nina was in awe, feeling a sense of wonder and belonging she had never experienced before, as if the garden had been waiting for her arrival. The more time she spent with Tom, the more she realized that he, too, was bound to the garden in ways he hadn't fully revealed. Tom's deep connection to the land fascinated Nina, yet she couldn't ignore the way Leo made her feel safe and understood. One evening, as she sat in the twilight between the magical garden and Leo's familiar world, Nina realized she had to make a choice. Both men had touched her heart in different ways, but only one of them truly understood the path she was meant to walk. With a heavy heart, Nina met Leo by the garden gate, thanking him for his friendship and unwavering support throughout her journey. Leo smiled softly, sensing her decision, and told her that she deserved happiness, whether it was with him or with someone else. That night, Nina walked deep into the heart of the garden, where Tom stood waiting, his presence blending seamlessly with the ancient trees. She took his hand, feeling the garden's energy flow between them, a bond too powerful to ignore, rooted in something far beyond love. Together, they worked to restore the garden, Tom teaching Nina the old ways, while she infused it with her modern touch. The plants responded to their unity, blooming more beautifully than ever before, their shared passion bringing new life to the enchanted space. As the final flower opened, Nina felt the garden's acceptance, knowing she had found her place both within its walls and beside Tom. Word of the restored garden spread throughout the village, and people began to visit, marveling at its newfound beauty and tranquility. Leo remained a cherished friend, always there with a smile and kind words, but Nina knew her heart belonged to the garden and to Tom. The village, too, felt the garden's magic return, as life flourished within its gates, drawing visitors from far and wide. In the evenings, Nina and Tom would sit together beneath the ancient oak, the garden glowing softly around them, as if alive with their shared love. Their work wasn't done, but they embraced the journey, knowing the garden's magic would continue to shape their lives for years to come. As autumn turned to winter, the garden seemed to breathe alongside them, its energy a constant reminder of the bond they now shared. Their love for the garden, and for each other, had become inseparable, entwined like the vines that wrapped around the ancient stone walls. Even on the coldest days, the garden remained alive, a symbol of the passion and dedication that had brought it back to life. Together, they walked its paths, hand in hand, knowing they had unlocked its deepest secrets, their love a part of its magic. Every day brought new challenges, but they faced them side by side, their bond growing stronger as the garden thrived under their care. The garden became a place of healing and reflection for those who visited, its magic touching the lives of all who stepped within its gates. Nina knew that this was where she belonged, with Tom and the garden, her heart rooted in the soil of a love that transcended time. As the sun set over the garden, casting a golden glow on its restored beauty, Nina smiled, knowing she had found her true home. Leo visited often, bringing stories from the village, but he understood that Nina's heart had found its place with Tom and the garden's ancient magic. Seasons changed, but the garden's magic remained eternal, a testament to the love that had revived it from its long slumber. Nina and Tom continued to discover new secrets hidden within the garden's depths, their journey together never truly ending. Each day was filled with wonder as the garden revealed more of its mysteries, their love growing deeper with every discovery. Visitors marveled at the harmony between Nina, Tom, and the garden, sensing the powerful connection that had brought it back to life. The garden became a place where magic and love intertwined, its beauty a reflection of the bond between Nina and Tom. The vines that had once been wild now flourished under their care, thriving in the harmony they had created together. As they walked beneath the ancient trees, hand in hand, they knew the garden would always be a part of their love story. The garden's magic had not only restored the land but had brought two hearts together, bound by a love as timeless as nature itself. Nina smiled as Tom kissed her beneath the oak, knowing they had found a love as enduring as the garden they had brought back to life.